traffic flow. However, in order to accomplish this, you would need to have no vehicles slowing down anywhere on the map below the speed limit of your roads anywhere in the city. One of the only ways I can see this being possible is if your city had just a single straight highway running through it from one end of the city to the other. But I think that this would be a very short and boring city build. On the other hand though, while there are vehicles slowing down in your city, such as for stop signs, intersections, pickups, drop-offs, merges, and sharp turns, it is practically impossible to achieve a 100% traffic flow. Other than making enough roads, fixing intersections, and setting traffic restrictions, the one other thing that you can do to improve traffic flow in your city is to try to make your roads with less sharp curves. This is one of the things that a lot of people overlook when setting up their roads. Here we have an example of a high-volume highway interchange. As you can see here, there is a very high volume of vehicles using the interchange, and they're all moving through this interchange at a relatively good rate. However, since they are slowing down as they take turns and merge into other traffic, this turns the roads red and negatively affects the traffic flow indicator, even though the traffic is seemingly moving smoothly. While I care about the traffic flow in my city, I think that as long as traffic is moving through relatively smoothly, it's okay. I can see here that a large volume of traffic is moving along. Deliveries are being made to their destinations, and Sims are not exactly dying of old age in their cars as they're waiting in traffic, so I think that it's going to be okay. I could spend a lot of my time fixing this interchange, but I think that my time would be better spent on working on something else in the city. The point is that it is important to understand how the traffic flow indicator works and what it really means, so don't beat yourself up just because it's not perfect. These are a couple of examples of how the traffic flow indicator works, and if you think about it, it's pretty accurate and realistic in most ways. The traffic in your city should not be judged by how many vehicles are on your road, or on how much traffic you have, but it should be judged against how well the amount of vehicles on your roads in your city are moving relative to the speed limit of your streets. Of course, your traffic flow will take a big hit if you have vehicles backed up everywhere in your city, but just because you don't doesn't mean that this will result in a perfect traffic flow either. Hopefully this has helped you to better understand how the traffic flow indicator works, and given you some tips on ways that you can improve traffic flow in your city. One thing that I left out earlier that I will circle back to is that the way to help lower the traffic flow problem